Oh, are we in? I ain't got yeah, my voice. I don't hear shit.
What?
I, there you go. There you go. I couldn't hear my. How y'all doing, baby? It's Tuesday. It is Tuesday. We are in dire need of. There it is. There's one.
Oh, there we go.
Travis and I were sitting here. We were watching the comments come in. Claudia Garcia, first one to jump in there and say howdy. And Janda Shedler was right behind her. Linda Caballero. Joy Peters is here in Virginia. I don't know about the blue dot. Is that what she said? And Claudia said we started out with some shit kicking music, baby. That's what that is. I could dance to that shit. Put it near a sawdust dance floor, baby. I'd be out there. Anyway, how y'all doing? I'm so sorry I missed everybody's company yesterday. My mind was preoccupied with bullshit that you hey David, I see you in there, buddy. That everybody deals with. You deal with bullshit, and so some more hit me. I was expecting something, and it came and kicked my butt, and so I apologize for missing the show yesterday, and because there was so much to talk about. There was a lot to talk about. We had the G20 summit that he went to, that Ivanka just shined her ass off. We had the historic crossing of Donnie going into North Korea. I missed a lot of shit. So that I could have ranted real well about, and because I have all my notes, and I don't let go of my notes, thank goodness. But I am tickled to death to be here. With there we go again. All right. Yeah. Let me get myself in a frame of mind here. Because I got pissed off at this whole G20 thing that ended up being a good old boys club between Putin, Mohammed bin Salad, and Kim Jong Un, because that's what the news was. That's what the outside of the fact that Ivanka Trump is evidently some kind of world leader, because her picture was right up there on the stage.
She was definitely asserting herself in there.
Right up there with world leaders for the picture. Everybody else on that stage in that picture is a world leader, except one. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong.
I'm surprised that they even allowed her to get in there that close.
You want to see nepotism at work, baby? That's it. And you include those little pictures because and her trying to insert herself into the conversation with Merkel and everybody, right? May and those and Trudeau. No, it wasn't Trudeau. It was Macron. And she's what are you doing?
See, I got to get this monitor away from you, and because you're always
no. That's fine. Bring that up because that's if they can see it, because that's what I'm talking about. She has no business being there, but you combine that little picture that they're pushing around with Donnie's little hints that Ivanka would just make a wonderful president. Are you shitting me? It's bad enough that he got elected. It's worse when we start thinking of him pushing the thought of oh look, here's my replacement right here. And because I just look at that picture and I just think, what in the hell is she doing there? She's standing right there. Now you can see Trudeau in the back, and the Abbey on the other side of her. What the hell is she even doing there?
Right, dead center too.
Dead center.
I mean, it's like,
we're not talking about she's invited, let her stand in the back and get her picture taken. No, we're talking about put her ass right up in the front, and that's disgusting, because she is not qualified for squat, nothing. She has no experience in anything. She's daddy's little girl, and that's the way it is in this family. Their business, her business, her husband's business, and Don Jr.'s business is to make money. That's what the business is. It's a family business. It's what they've always done, and that's what they're doing, because there is a lot of money to be made. And the reason I say that, because Mom and I, my political advisor and partner in research, were just talking earlier about what's going on down here in the border with the immigration problem that we have, and the crisis that has evolved from the time that this man took office. Uh, and I can't help but think to myself, what is this a plan? Was this a plan? Because, baby, there's money to be made, and a lot of money is being made. You know, there are 170 holding facilities described as shelters. 170 holding facilities operated by contractors, mind you, not all by the Border Patrol. There are a lot of them taken off. That's what Homestead is. That's what we have one, the third largest one. Florida's Homestead is the largest. It has right now 2,300 kids in it right now. Don't worry though, it has a capacity for 3,200. But so yeah, there's room to put some more in there. And Homestead, that facility, by November, will have been paid $500 million. That's $500 million that facility will get. Your tax dollars at work, baby, and those contractors appreciate the shit out of it. There's one, this one surprised me because I heard they was building one over in Carusos Springs, which is about 100 and so miles west of me, and they have a temporary influx shelter. That's what it's described as, a temporary influx structure, shelter, and it is the third largest one. It is scheduled to hold 1,300 people, and they are getting $300 million for that. They get $50 million up front, and they want the rest of it to $250 million by January, baby. Pay your bills, baby. Yeah, that's what's happening. And you know, because I have been involved in the government for so long, I worked both active duty Navy and as a civilian. I can see that so easily. Right before I walked in here, Mom and I were watching some news story about, it was on, I guess, one of the major news anyway, about a contract. Oh, it was AOC. AOC had the guy on the floor of the House and challenging him because he had a part for the government. Oh, yep, right here. It was a disc, some kind of disc. We make this here disc, and it's $1,400 something for this disc. How much does it cost to make that disc? $47. And they determined that the company that made that little disc had already built the government out of millions and millions and millions of dollars. I've seen that because I've said it all along my whole career. The sad part of our country sometimes is that nobody will cheat the government faster than good old American citizens, people that own companies. The best thing you can own in the world is in the contractor business is what they call a sole source provider. If you become a sole source provider, baby, that's it. You can retire because you're the only place the government can buy it from. And the story we were listening tonight was during that investigation, there were 3 companies named, and those 3 companies had conspired together to set the price of certain items being sold to the government. So one of those 3 people is going to get the contract, you know, so it's a jockey race from there. But they jacked the price up. And it kills me sometimes to remind myself that is the reality of business in this. That, you know, we want a better society, but don't ever hesitate. There's somebody willing to make a profit off the suffering of others, and they're just tickled to shit about it. And I'm not. This whole thing with the immigration crisis on our border was brought to you by Donnie the Dictator. It was from the time he came in to demonize. And when he got in, he cut the aid down to the Guatemala and Honduras and El Salvador. He's making things worse down there. His rhetoric about the wall, scaring people, caravans, all the stuff that he's pushed out there has driven that need to get into this country before it's locked away and America's not America anymore. That desire to get here is costing people's lives. I'm so tired of this guy spending tax dollars on his whims. That is disgusting treatment of children and families. If we can impeach him, someone needs to, okay, we're going to go right there, Grim. We'll stop right there, buddy. You know, it's sad that it angers so many of us to that point that we're desperate for this to stop. Uh, you know, do not lie, cheat, or steal, Miss Nomad. The government hates competition unless you are a government contractor. That's right, baby. And the first big display I saw that while I was working for the Army was the first Gulf War, when it was called exactly that. It was a contractor war, baby. That's when Halliburton, when everything was contracted out in that war. It was there. There was never such an explosion of the idea of a contractor war. Everything from security, Blackwater, and all that stuff, Halliburton, everything from Pizza Hut, whatever it was a contractor involved, baby, because there's money to be made. And if there's money to be made, baby, there's people there to get as much as they possibly can. Anyway, I was also I'm doing my rant. That's what I'm doing, people. I'm sorry. I don't want to make anybody wait for shit, but I missed my rant yesterday, so I'm tapping on those things that, and one of them that really pissed me off is the Facebook page for assholes. Did you see this?
No, but
yeah, it's
I'm
called
intrigued.
I'm 1015. That's the name of the page on Facebook.
I'm 1015?
I'm 1015, which is Border Patrol code for aliens in custody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, aliens in custody. This. Yeah, this is a real fine group of individuals, 9,500 members, and it seems like they're a bunch of racists and a bunch of assholes and sexist. Look that shit up. You can find it under secret Border Patrol groups and it's hateful. It's racist shit. It's disgusting crap. This is a private group that is by invitation only to Border Patrol agents and ex-Border Patrol agents, and it's disgusting. That's all you can say about it. It's disgusting. It might as well be the Klan shit. You know, that's what kind of crap is in there. But I want we have to stress this. Now that's 9,500 members. There's a whole lot more Border Patrol agents than that, and this is from our northern and southern border also. Border Patrol is all over the place. What I'm trying to say is what I've said before about police departments, racist and assholes in police departments in our government. Are they there? Yes, they are there because they are in our society. Everything in our society reflects our society, whether or not you know it or not. Whether or not you want to believe that. In most places, there are places where it does not, and it reflect the community, and that's a big problem in a lot of police departments where the police department doesn't reflect the community it serves. But this is bad, and there's going to be an investigation. There's some disgusting things in there. Evidently, they got all their panties in a wad about AOC because there's some disgusting crap in there about her, and the way they talk about dead children and atrocities that they see while doing their duty, and they joke about it. But they are percentage. They're not the whole. We're always going to have those cockroaches in our society. We have to find them, and luckily ProPublica is the organization that sought this out and found it and brought it to everybody's attention and says, hey, and that's what we need. But further than that, we need the same revolution in our Border Patrol, in our police departments, in our government, in our society, to go, hey, did you know Bob over there is a racist asshole? You call that shit out when you see it. Good cops will turn in bad cops. If there's a bad cop, we all will say that. Where was the good cop that was supposed to police that guy? That was supposed to train that guy that shot too quick or did some other bullshit on patrol, or Border Patrol agents who talk like this. Point them out, baby. Don't fall into that kind of shit, because that's the divide they want, and we are the ones that fight against that shit. Anyway, let's get ready.
All right, yeah. We got a small Discord group going on right now. We got Dennis, Jen, and Velda. How are y'all doing tonight?
Okay.
All right.
I'm glad to see y'all here.
Can
tell us how you really feel?
I don't want to. There'd be a whole lot of cussing going on, and then but YouTube will get after my ass. They don't censor you.
The Democrats? You think he's going to blame the Democrats for the website? For the Facebook page?
I'm sure he'll try to work that out somehow.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Dennis.
Okay. I just want to go over a question from from YouTube real quick. Somebody asked. Jana Bledsoe asked, "Does John believe this coup of the government by the far right can be reversed, or will we end up in a second revolution over it?"
I don't want to see a revolution, and it's an excellent question because that it has been asked. Do you think he's going to leave? If he gets voted out, are we going to have to drag his ass out? Because I worry about that same thing. Because of the comments that he makes at his little rallies, insinuating he has the badasses. He's got the Bikers for Trump. He's got the Second Amendment people. He has the military, whatever that means.
Which he's using for his parade.
Yeah. Well, no, he's not.
Well,
he's trying.
He's trying.
He got a little bit.
Yeah.
He got a little bit. The little asshole is trying to make the 4th of July. But answering that question, what I am laying my faith in is government by the people. We can only handle so much of this shit. Right now, we have a Congress in there that has a job to do, and
yeah.
I want to see them progress on that, but I want the system to work. A revolution will be treated. I feel if there was somebody that popped up with their guns and said, "Okay, I'm starting a revolution," I'm hoping that our law enforcement would step up like they do in any other idiot mass shooting that we have going on in this country. It will be treated like that.
Revolutions are sustained by a majority, but they are started by a minority.
They are. They can be. They can be set off by a very small incident when the.
What's real scary to me, John, is that not just the insinuations and stuff that Trump and his ilk make, but the response on our side where, for example, our person right here in chat who asked about a revolution, other left-wingers who have said the only thing that's going to save us is a revolution. And I have to respond to them, how many people do you want to see die?
Yeah.
I want to see a revolution of the vote.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. This has to be a stand-up moment for this country, this next election. And there is going to be a lot of shit that's going to happen between now and then. You can bank on it. Look behind us. All we have to do is look at the last 2 years and look forward. It's going to get worse as we get closer to the election. But that's what I want. I want a revolution of voters.
All I'm saying is that we need to be very careful about using the R word.
Yeah.
It is a very, very dangerous word. It will cost millions of lives, and we just cannot be flippant with its use.
No, we can.
And
that
I'm not
is
saying
not
you
the
are,
answer
but
anyway.
Yeah,
when
no.
we see it out there.
Yeah, no, that's the thing though. It's mob mentality, and you got to make sure that even on our side we can't trigger something like that because we need people upset enough to go out and vote. We don't want armed revolution or any kind of crap like that because that's what the Tea Party was doing, or at least threatening for the longest time during Obama's administration and putting us on edge. But now it seems like even more of a realistic opportunity nowadays. And I don't know, I can't easily say that it's Trump that made it that much more realistic, but
he just opened the door.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a scary question to even have to think about, but it is one that's been asked more than once, not only on the show, but amongst everybody. It's like, can he leave peacefully? And I still like to think he would, but it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't.
That's the whole thing with him.
Yeah. Travis,
yes.
did you pick up on that link that I sent to you? Well, I sent it to the Discord chat.
Yeah, sure. Hang on. I'm
for Bull.
Miss Nomad is right, I think.
Bull of the fifth.
Bo with the fifth column. Oh,
yeah,
he's good.
Yeah,
you ought to get him on as a guest, and we should talk about this.
Yeah, he's a bit better than I am. He is. I like him. He's good. Wait a minute. Miss Nomad had just said Trump wants a civil war. That's what they are hoping for. At points, I believe that, because if you listen to him in his rallies, as we were just saying about, who he has on his side, he tends to want to instigate that. He wants them to run to his aid when.
Well, he likes the idea of being the center of attention. He's always been that way.
Well, guess what, baby? He is going to be it on July 4th. It's not a celebration of America, baby. It's a celebration of Donnie the Dictator.
Yeah.
Oh, a little footnote. MSNBC will continue with normal broadcasting and will not be broadcasting the Trump show.
Oh,
there you go.
Nice.
That's good.
Good on them, seriously.
I read he was bringing in tanks for the parade.
He has brand new Sherman tanks and a brand new Abrams tank. Now, mind you, the last time there was a new Sherman tank was 1957. We looked it up. Built the last one in 1957, but I'm sure it's brand new. Maybe never used.
Yeah.
Like a lot of tanks we build now, they're put out in fields, and waiting for Armageddon.
Yeah. Really quick, I do want to mention, I want to thank Dennis for bringing in that question, because it's like you read our mind. Today we're trying something a little bit different. We really want to dive in and talk to the Facebook and YouTube chats, because, we get to talking amongst ourselves often enough, and we never get to pay attention to the hundreds of people talking in the chat. So today we're trying to keep it a little bit more chill and just read what you guys
are making me read.
Yeah, I'm making Dad read. So,
I've been reminding people to throw up the blue dot emojis to get y'all's attention for a question or a comment directed towards.
Yeah, so hang on, I'm going to try to save
we got a signal here. If I do this, there you go.
Okay, I got you right there. What's up?
Evelyn Moose, the right will do what it always does, talk shit, but if it comes right down to it, they will turn tail and run.
I hope so.
That's what, there's a lot of these guys that are in militias and shit, and they like that. They like to get the gear. They love the gun. They get the flak jacket. They get as much as they can possibly get on wannabe.com.
eBay.
eBay.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's scary, because it used to be something I could laugh at a little bit, but now with the power that local militias are getting, I'm more terrified of that shit than anything else, because
there's groups going down to the border like that.
Yeah, taking the law in their own hands, which is ignorant as shit.
Brother? Ms. Nomad in chat says that due to the contractor I work for, I can confirm that it's 2 M1A1 Abrams and 2 Bradley fighting vehicles.
Yeah, so they'll be on static display.
Yeah.
So
you can't roll that shit down the street.
They won't be rolling down the street. He had to give a concession on that. But he is going to get the Blue Angels to fly by. He's going to get Air Force One to fly by, and the newly painted Marine One will have a flyby. That's the new helicopter.
Well then,
probably has Donnie's a great guy written on the side or some bullshit.
Trump.
Has anybody seen any Republicans crying foul on the taxpayer money to fund this?
Not a one.
Not one.
No. It's for the country. Dennis, what's the matter? Are you unpatriotic? Is that what your problem is? You hate America?
I only say that because I got into an online altercation a couple of days ago. I posted in Discord where somebody was crying about the cost of the Mueller investigation, and I didn't even comment. I put a link to the seized funds from just Manafort alone paid for the Mueller investigation, so it didn't really technically cost out of pocket.
Right.
And then I posted Trump spent to date $102 million on golfing.
Yeah.
That most of that money ended up in his pocket because he used his resort.
That's right.
And I said, and the only comment I said there is, "Where's the outrage?"
Yeah.
Is it cool if I pull that up on the show, Dennis?
Oh, absolutely. You can see it.
Yeah, there we go. Boom. See, look what we can do with technology now.
Look at there, Dennis. We just put your shit right there for God and everybody to see on the Blue Dot Family.
I know.
We're gonna do shit with this technology Travis has got here. But there's
I redacted their names because I didn't want anybody to go off on him. He got embarrassed enough. He still hadn't replied.
He won't. Yeah, I'll leave that up for a few seconds so people can read.
People can read that right there. But that's, when I get in a discussion with a Trumper, that's usually when they back up, is when you start throwing, facts.
Yeah, they hate that.
See,
they hate that.
I posted links there, and I didn't really engage until he, shots fired, and then I defended myself.
Yeah.
In which he had nothing to come back with because I exposed him.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, it's I can't read that.
Oh, it got fuzzy for me.
Yeah, I can't read it.
It's too far away from Dad.
It's too far away from me.
Don't worry.
I'll have to read it.
Yeah, you got it. Well, you got it right there too, but it's smaller over there.
Yeah, it's too small over here. Over there, it's too far away. There's always a shitting thing going on.
So when you raise the bullshit flag and you call out the deflection, they have nothing.
Reggie Carter right here says it pretty good. There's a difference between patriotism and nationalism. This so-called celebration is very much about nationalism, and that is sad. This should be a patriotic event. I've had a lot of Blue Dots tell me over the years that they want to take their flag down. They're not going to fly their flag anymore, and some turn their flag upside down.
Letting them win.
Yeah, no, yeah. I refuse to take my flag down. That's my flag. I served that flag. I'm proud of that flag. It does the true spirit and meaning of that flag still need to be bought for? You bet your ass it does. And I truly believe, I do, just like Mousy Clark says, we are the guardians of liberty. I take that serious. We are the ones that have to stand up and fight for this. That's what I mean when I say I want to see a revolution of voters. I want to see people getting up and doing as much as they can to advance, society the way we should be, instead of this destruction that the Republicans have taken us into. They're trying to rip everything they can just to make a money, baby. It's always about the money. Now, I don't give a shit what you're talking about. The 4th of July? Yeah, he's got a VIP section for his favorite donors there. That's who's going to get it. He's going to make money on this. I'm sure the Trump Hotel down the street
is going to make plenty.
The International Trump Hotel and Bribe Collection Center will be full, and there will be probably a lot of spending going on in that hotel.
There's a comment I missed real quick. It's from BB in the YouTube chat, and they say maybe they should get Fox News to pay for the 4th of July party for Trump.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
That would work.
That would work. Yeah, Fox News, the state TV of the Trump administration. It's like Russian TV. It's like RT.
Isn't it really sad that we live in an era where the president only talks on one network because they're the only ones that play his tune?
You know why?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know a million reasons why, but what's your reason?
He talks to others occasionally, but he stays away from them because Fox will try to cover his shit if they ask him something.
Yeah.
And he sticks his foot in his mouth.
What were you going to say, Velda?
Yeah, he's going to talk with Fox News because it's owned partly by the Saudis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I'm telling you. That's, with this guy, with Donnie, it has nothing to do with our allies. It has everything to do with our enemies. And
that's what's scary.
That's what is scary. That because all of that is about money. Now, except Kim Jong Un, that Donnie is, I think, got a hard on for wanting to make that his legacy, that he made North Korea safe or whatever that he thinks he can do. I'm getting, he stepped across that line in the belly aching that he's done since, Obama begged for it.
Obama didn't beg for shit.
Yeah. No. No sitting president has ever elevated this man on the world stage. That was the weapon against him. Now, Donnie has put us in a position, I feel, where the next step is he's going to try to okay, we're just going to freeze everything you got. Welcome to the nuclear club. Come on in, Kim Jong Un. You know, he's ready to capitulate everything. You know, to make himself look like he's the winner. He's the deal maker. That kind of shit. It just makes me ill, because he'll throw anything down in the ditch to get his way.
And to be the center of attention, of course.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I'm tired. But we all are. You know, we're all tired. But you know, what's the alternative? If you don't fight, what's the alternative?
Well, that's the thing that we got to keep in mind here. Because
the
a lot of people,
alternative is it goes exactly where y'all think it would go.
Here's the thing, like the revolution talk from earlier, there's something to me just as scary as revolution. You know, it's the idea that if your candidate isn't going to be picked, you're not going to vote blue.
Yeah, no.
And that, to me, is just as terrifying, if you ask me.
No. Yeah, we was having a discussion about that earlier, because there's some... Go ahead.
Could I interrupt for just?
Yeah, go for it.
It's way off subject, but Adina Michael in chat just posted that the women's World Cup team beat England today. They're going to the finals.
Right, baby.
Ooh,
that's right. We're going to the finals.
Holy shit!
I'm telling you, they're good. I have to admit, I just recently started watching soccer, and because of the women's soccer team, there's so much news about it. I'm a football guy. You know, I wait for NFL to start. You know, I love. I watch. I used to watch NASCAR a lot until football season would start, you know, but I'd only tune in like on what's the one that I always one's in a bowl.
Bristol.
Bristol. Thank you. Bristol. I like to watch Bristol because it's a race in a bowl. I want to see that wreck.
Stadium.
Yeah, it's a stadium, baby. All of them do it. How you doing, Sparky?
I'm doing fine. If you ever need any NASCAR help, just ask.
Yeah, I know. Sparky's a big NASCAR fan. He watches all the time. I did when my kids were younger. Travis's favorite driver was
Jeff Gordon.
There you go.
I mean, everybody's favorite driver back in the 90s was Jeff Gordon.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's true or not,
got a
but it
Jeff
seemed
Gordon
like it.
blanket. You had all the Jeff Gordon cars, the shirts. You broke my ass with Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, but then the funny thing is I got older and I realized, wait a minute, I don't give a shit about NASCAR.
That's right, Linda Calbarrow. Blue, no matter who.
Yes.
That's yeah, but there's interesting stories, Travis.
Oh, I'm not.
Sparky,
last weekend was a great race and a first-time winner.
Yeah. Well, no, the thing is with NASCAR, it's not like I absolutely hate it. It's just I didn't like it enough to go out and buy memorabilia, you know? Like, I can sit there and watch it.
Your mama made me go out and buy it for you.
Well, yeah, I mean, but what I'm saying is I used to be into cars in general back then.
Oh, my God, it was going to be at the car dealership in Corpus. I had to take your ass. Got pictures of you standing over there next to it. Look at there. Got evidence.
Yeah.
That's right.
Once I went 2 races, I was hooked. I went to Las Vegas.
Oh, I can imagine going to a race is hella fun. You know, it's like I can imagine going to any sports event would be a lot of fun. Honestly, like something more entertaining than just watching it on TV. You know, because you get more of a rush. It's like concerts are the same way. You know, you can see a concert on TV, but it doesn't really capture the essence of being there in the moment. So, yeah.
Sparky, how's Kenseth doing this year?
Not in it anymore.
He's not. He retired?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
2017 was his last year.
Oh.
Dang.
I'm surprised.
Have any of you ever watched a demolition derby with combines?
Oh, jeez. No.
With combine.
Look that up on YouTube, baby. I'm sure it's there.
That is funnier than hell. Been in the bleachers. Thank you very much.
There you go. I would go watch it. They used to have a little demolition derby out here at the racetrack when I was, in my 20s. I used to go out there and watch them. And
used to have them at our county fair down here.
Oh, they're kicking the butt to watch. I wanted to read this comment right here by Alita Cortese. Soccer, the world's game, and the U.S. women's team has and remains the best team. Pay them accordingly. They deserve salaries that exceed the men's team. Lydia's right. There's a big discussion about the equal pay for equal work thing. Well, the women's team is kicking ass.
Yeah, really.
And the men's team.
That game this morning was a nail biter.
That's what I was been a little while ago. I just recently started paying attention to soccer, mainly because life is just life, and I've always had things to do, except on Sunday, which is a religious holiday, and that's when Dallas plays football. And so that's
my very first car event I can remember was back in like 1960. My dad took my brother and I to a demo derby and Tournament of Thrills exposition at Wisconsin State Fair Park.
Yeah,
Something similar
great stuff.
My dad took us to something similar to that in Spokane, Washington.
Oh yeah,
that's cool.
That is. Well, I took you to a circus here in town where they had the motorcycles inside the cage.
Yes, and I still vaguely remember that stuff, and that was really cool.
I'm thinking to myself, they got balls because they ain't doing shit.
How do you
one of the things about Demolition Derby, you can only use your ass to ram into something.
Yeah, you're only supposed to back up to hit somebody. But I mean, it's just the pure aggressiveness of some of them people are just,
How do you get into a profession like that? It's like, one of these days I'm going to just grow up and I'm going to ram cars into people.
If you're lucky, it's a profession.
Yeah.
If not, it's a weekend hobby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. It's like, how do you get sponsorships for that kind of thing?
I was building a roll cage inside a Camaro, which is not an easy thing to do when you're a welder, really. It's pain in the ass shit. But just to go out onto the racetrack, you got to put a lot of work into that cage that protects the driver.
Yeah.
So
they build the car around the cage.
Yeah. You really got to beef that up to be able to pass the inspection part to get in there. But so you're comfortable in the thought, not that some people don't get hurt in that shit, because it happens, but the thought that you are invincible in that cage. And you think the other guy is too, so put down the hammer and run into something.
Honestly, big accidents in professional sports changed for me when Dale Earnhardt died, because that didn't look like shit. Yeah, and then it's like,
that crash surprised the shit out of me.
Yeah,
because if you saw that crash on TV, it did not look like that bad of a crash. It did not look like he impacted that wall that bad. And but evidently it was, and he didn't have that safety harness on there that they have nowadays. And
they didn't have those.
Yeah, they didn't have them, I guess. But
well, you understand. The nature
device
of that
came about
as a result of his death, isn't it?
You understand the nature of that injury, don't you?
Oh,
the centrifugal force in an impact like that on your head is so great. It literally pulls your brain down through the hole where the spinal column goes through.
Jesus
and
Christ.
It's pretty much instant.
Okay.
It's the same dynamic of
thanks for telling me another way I'd never want to die.
Oh, you definitely don't.
I gotta go add that to my list of shit. I don't want that either.
A Hans device is one of the most important safety devices any driver can wear, and if you're racing without it, you're a fool.
Yeah.
But for those of people that have seen that accident, it really surprised a lot of it. But it shows you that how, the impact.
I saw it on TV that day. It was
we were
shocking.
Watching it. And the race continued, and then the announcement came later.
Yep.
Anyway, what's up, Randy Peterson? I see you out there, Randy. For all of those that you want to know, Randy Peterson, that guy right there, he's the reason that you always see the hog in the picture.
Oh yeah.
The hog's got to be in the picture. Y'all know why? Because Randy get upset if it ain't in the picture.
Yeah.
No, he's an old Navy guy, buddy. He's an old Navy guy who Randy, we keep you always in our thoughts, buddy, because he just he lost a buddy of his, close buddy of his, and it was rough for him to go through that, and we're glad to see him coming through it all right. But yeah, he He's the one that sent me and he challenged. He said, "Why don't you ever wear your hog shirt?" I wear that hog shirt. He said, "People in Texas are going to shoot me." No, it's the Trump shit they get after. They
yeah, really. That's the last thing they're going to be worried about.
They're not going to worry
wearing.
about the hog shirt. They're just because there's a lot of hog fans down here. You graduate college and you go somewhere else. Well, a lot of people.
I got into so much trouble about that.
Yeah, but if that hog's missing, Randy will put in the comments, "Where's the hog?" That's it. He don't get upset. He just says, "Where's the hog?" And I look and I go, "God damn, where's the hog?" So now it's one of those things.
The hog's been with us for a very long time.
Very long time. And if anybody has noticed, I ought to make a comment about this because the person that sent it to me, somebody sent me a blue light, and it flashes. It's a railroad light. It's a warning light, letting you know that there's danger ahead, and don't come this way with a train because there's people working up ahead. The reason I don't turn that light on anymore is that one of our Blue Dot family members that watches has a daughter that can trigger
an epileptic.
Right, it can trigger a seizure, and so I can't do that knowingly turn that light on, but it flashes in my heart every time I go out there. I look, I want to make sure it's in the shot, but I can't turn it on. I want to, but I can't, and so I hope y'all understand that. But this is a big family, and we take care of all of us. So, that's the way I got into so much trouble here in Arkansas. Well,
down in
as
a little
well
restaurant.
You should. Finally.
Yeah.
Did the police come? Handcuffs involved here?
No,
Oh,
but I thought I was never going to serve coffee again.
Oh, shit.
What's up with that?
I was down at the Toot and Moo. That's the name of the place.
The what? The what? The back up?
The Toot and Moo.
Toot and Moo. The Toot and Moo. Well,
right.
So you went on down to the Toot and Moo.
And we're having coffee at the coffee table, big round coffee table.
Right there at the Toot and Moo, yeah.
And I says, you know what, love? They were talking about the Razorback. And I go, we're from Washington, and one of my favorite teams is the Cougars.
Ah.
And they go, oh, yeah? I says, yeah. And you know what they love to eat?
What's that?
Barbecued pork.
Barbecued pork. And you can find that anywhere. You know that, don't you? Yeah. That'll rattle a fan or two.
Yes, it did.
That's all right. I don't give no quarter. I take shit for being a Cowboys fan, but I've been a Cowboys fan all my damn life, and that's all there is to it.
So have I.
And
so have I.
So my wife is a Houston Oilers.
Not Oilers.
Houston, Texas. She used to be Houston Oilers. The same thing here. They just the Oilers moved away, went to Tennessee, and the Texans came. More precisely, J.J. Watt came. Let's get precise here. But my wife just loves them, and we sort of get along fine because I don't.
Y'all are married. I would hope y'all get along.
Yeah, well, I don't attack her Texans. Unfortunately, she has no problem. Hey, Cowboys suck this week, huh? Yes. Shut up.
John, I was just having a little trouble remembering the Green Bay Packers back in the 60s when they played the Ice Bowl at 13 below zero.
Yeah.
And Bart Starr went in for that last touchdown that won the game. Who were they playing?
God.
I can't remember. The history books were burned all then, and there's no record. I think it was it was the Washington Redskins. Look it up in your history book. Go ahead, look at it. I dare you. Yes, it was the Cowboys.
Can the YouTube and Facebook chats confirm that Dad is right?
All right, God damn it.
He's right.
We got 5, baby. Look at shit. I've been going to my S&M club here lately. My sadomasochist. They disguise it as a physical therapy. I'm doing real good with my left hand. See there, people?
Look at that shit.
Yeah.
You couldn't even
do that. You know what you get
with
the right arm? Not the same symbol. It's like, Jesus, man. They want me to stretch that thing, and that's my problem nowadays, is getting my right shoulder to, I can get it right about there and smile real good, and
Hey, Dizzy Duke out in the chat. The Browns are doing better. The Browns might actually
look at here. I see
somewhere
Baltimore
this
Colts.
year.
There's Bill Jones. He liked the Baltimore Colts.
I would love to see the Browns hit the Super Bowl. That would be great.
There you go.
Yeah,
even if
playing against the Cowboys
at the cost of the Packers.
Playing against the Cowboys, yeah, that would be good. You know.
There we go. See, that's what I like about these dynamic conversations, because then the chat gets involved, which is the point of tonight. We want to see. We want to talk to y'all more tonight.
The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears. No, you got to say it right.
I was glad that at least Seahawks finally won it.
The Seahawks. Go Panthers. Look here, we're getting into all of them now. Go Dogs. The Minnesota Vikings. Now, you see, there's some teams. You know, I'm a Cowboys fan. I got to look away while I'm talking. That are I'm endeared to. The Green Bay Packers is one. You know, because that's the team of Vince Lombardi. You know, and to me,
when
I was first growing up paying attention, you know, it was the Green Bay Packers was the team, and you know, with a long
still are.
Yeah, they well, to some they are. To others, we've grown up and matured.
You know,
shit.
I think I have seen every. I know I have seen every Super Bowl game there has been, but two.
Look at her, Andy Peterson's for the Chiefs. Stephanie
From
Dean,
the
Patriots. That's my mama loves the Patriots.
You know, John, they say that going to Lambeau Field and watching a game is something that all football fans should do, because it really is a very special environment.
It would be more like a religious thing. If I went there.
First time I actually went to Lambeau to see a game, I got some free tickets, and it was Packers versus Cowboys, and it was during that string of time where the Packers were beat by the Cowboys every time they played them for like 10 years. The Cowboys had it on the Packers, and then they ended up in Lambeau.
Wow.
And the score ended up 45-17 Packers.
Right.
And towards the end of the game, you had 60,000 Packer fans all standing up, pointing down at Jerry Jones and going, "Jerry sucks. Jerry sucks."
Damn.
It was a wonderful experience.
Wonderful, as you say. Wonderful. Okay, Jim.
My mom and dad.
Anything else y'all want to drag my Cowboys into the mud for?
Well, hang on. Velda's got a story here, so I want to hear that.
I'm sure she does. Send in the law after you, Velda.
My mom and dad both love the Green Bay and the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go.
So they would take and flip a coin when they were playing each other, who was going to be the Cowboy fan and who was going to be the Green Bay fan.
Oh, there you go.
See, every year the Texans play the Cowboys. So it's an interesting day at my house, and one of us is real quiet.
And the other one is you, right?
Yeah, no. I'm the quiet one. Shit, even if we're winning, I don't want to rub this in. You pick your fights, baby. No, it's an interesting thing between me and Mama. That's the only place we disagree is on who's going to win that game. Because the rest of the year, I can root for all the Texan games. You know, because they're not playing the Cowboys. Sure, I'm going to root for the Texans game. Can Mama always root for the Cowboys?
No.
Mama picks her teams. I don't know. Cowboys don't look good. I don't pick this other team. Kiss Mama.
Well, you know, to be fair, and I don't really give a shit nowadays. I mean, I'll watch the games and hope, you know, if he wins, great. If they win, great.
I've been deserted by my son.
No, it's not. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. We got that thing in the cedar chest. You put my baby face in the book, and it's all about becoming a cowboy and all that other junk.
That's right.
So, I mean, it's going to be in my DNA for the rest of my life. However, you know, it gets really old every time we get our hopes up and shit happens, or rather it doesn't happen because they continue to lose.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Sorry, I was reading the comment here.
Yeah, what you got?
Grim says, when my kids were young and playing, there was over 3 million people playing soccer in the world, and that was probably 20 years ago, and so I can just imagine him. Man, I'm telling you, I didn't notice. Well, I didn't notice. That's an ignorant thing to say. I did notice it. It's been a world game forever. It's the United States that plays football. All the other countries play football.
Yeah.
Meaning soccer.
Yeah.
And so it's always been the biggest event as far as the world goes. Of course, football is just confined here to the U.S. And
when it comes to sports ball in any kind, it's one of those things where I have the hardest time watching it on TV. If I were to go out and play it myself with friends or whatever, it's so much better. If I were there watching the game in person, it'd be so much better. But man, sports, you know this. Duh. I've never been a sports person. Yeah?
Yeah, it was physically, everything else I've seen on TV. I've only been to one game. That was the two-lane, I want to say a two-lane LSU game. And I was there because I was selling Coke, get your Coke.
Oh, well, there you go.
It wasn't powder form. No,
yeah, I was about to say, wait, what?
Yes, back in them days, it was just the shit you poured out of a cup. But that I was there. Yeah, I've never been to a pro game. I got to say I had an opportunity because one of the guys I worked with was Emmitt Smith's brother-in-law. Emmitt Smith playing for the Dallas Cowboys at that time, and he was always taking people up there. I couldn't make that trip at the time, so I never got to go. But yeah,
I was always a fan of Dandy Dan or Dandy Don. And I always loved the stoicness of Tom Landry.
There you go.
Okay, trivia.
Oh, trivia. Here we go. Let's see how dumb John is. Go ahead.
Okay. Who used to pose in pantyhose for pantyhose commercials?
Yeah. It was that.
Well, my brother did, but that was the money on the side.
Yeah, you held it. Yeah.
Wasn't that Rudolph Giuliani?
Yeah, that was Rudolph. That would be pretty, wouldn't it? Yeah.
That was that guy from Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania, Joe Namath.
Joe Namath. That's him. Sexy Joe Namath. And boy, he was a thing back in the day. But yeah, I remember that commercial. I remember the music starting, the shot going right up the legs, and then your whole world just goes, what? Wait a minute. That's
John,
not what you were advertising.
Much.
Huh? I did. I thought the first time I saw it, I did what everybody else did. Look at them legs. Holy. Are you shitting me? Oh no, I have some pictures tucked away. When I was always with me. I was chaperone. I was chaperone. Me and Mama, we go everywhere together. Anyway, we're in New Orleans one time, and we're on Bourbon Street, and we are partying, and we went into a place called the Gunga Din, which is an all-male review, and I'm sitting there with my cowboy hat on, because that's what you get. If you see me, that's what I'm wearing, even then or anywhere. But anyway, my, was I surprised, and, so I have several pictures of my cowboy hat being held by a very lovely lady with her hands up, and that hat is stuck right over there covering her, and several other positions, and anyway, I keep them because I used to have fun with it with guys with that were just so macho, son of bitches, all that shit. I'd whip out them. Check this out, buddy. Look at this. Ain't that beautiful? That's beautiful, man. That's what I want to go see. Where'd you see that? Oh, Bourbon Street, dude. You're like, man, I want to go down there and see that kind of stuff, and then hit them with, that's the place called the Gunga Din. All those are dudes. What? Yeah, It's,
now we know why you're supportive of the transgender community.
Oh, I am highly supportive. That's right, and have been for years, and I have photographs to prove it, baby. That's the way that's right. And me and Mama, we're in our 20s. No, I was not ashamed to walk into there or anywhere else. My wife and I attended a gay establishment here in Corpus Christi. Trying to remember the name of it. Shit, I don't know. I went there on the invitation of one of my coworkers, who was a female who was gay, and well, why don't you come, John? Like I wouldn't. Well, guess what, baby? I'm wearing my cowboy hat because here I come. And me and Mama went in there, and we had a grand time. It was a wonderful evening. Yeah. Mama danced, I danced. It was just a.
Because here's the surprising fact: a lot of people on the far right don't understand. People of the LGBTQ plus community, they happen to be human like we are, and guess what? Humans like to have fun, just like you.
I hate to break it to the right, but
yeah,
I don't care if
you can have more fun there than
you're all
anywhere.
gnarly up in NASCAR and everything, and you're big in NASCAR, or if you're big up in rodeo and all that, you think that's a sanctuary, buddy. You need to look around, because I guarantee you there's a few gay cowboys there, and there's some gays in NASCAR. They're there, and it's none of your business. It's not their intention in life to make you comfortable with whatever.
Really.
It has nothing.
If you think you're that special for everybody else to live their way or your way,
I have never looked at anybody as with either their race, their gender, their sex. I don't care. It's who you are to me. It's how you treat me and how you treat others is what's going to get you into my graces.
As an observer of commercial TV, because on the air TV, because got a cable, I think that the media is in an interesting position with transgender, and that whole idea of blurriness between genders. It feels to me like the media is in that nervous laughter state right now, before they really become comfortable.
Well, they need to become comfortable.
Be comfortable. Oh yeah, and I think they are. But it's kind of like looking at an adolescent who's like nervously laughing.
We've had
pictures of dirty pictures of girls or something.
We've had several transgender women murdered up here in Texas in the last months. This is that's scary for any transgender person. I don't care who you. I always think of I can't remember that guy's name. He's an ex-U.S. Navy SEAL who is transgender, and I just love to see one of these redneck idiots make some stupid comment, because even as a lady, she could kick his ass any day of the week.
Oh yeah.
And it's. I have a big problem with anybody that makes that a determining factor. Oh, they're gay, or he's not what you think he is, or some bullshit comment like that. I'll call that shit. Does it matter to you what religion they are, or what gender they are, or who they love? If that makes a difference to you, you're doing it wrong, baby. You're living life wrong.
Yeah.
That in my book, you're chasing after some personal issue or some shit.
Ms. Nomad in the chat just said that 206 companies sent paperwork to SCOTUS today, telling them to protect the gay community's rights, and the evangelical Reich is having a meltdown over it, demanding the entire list of companies.
That's a fear. 206 companies. There was so much, because it was Pride Month. We just came through Pride Month, and there were people that stand up and stood proudly and had parades and everything. And then there were a lot of people standing up making an idiot out of themselves, because they why I'm straight, why ain't there a parade for me? Because you didn't have to suffer to be straight. You didn't have to fight for the rights. You didn't have to go through what they have gone through. And that's what I always get pissed off when I hear anybody talk about transgender people. Oh, look, it's just some guy wants to dress up like a girl. Are you an idiot? Yes, they are, because they think that somebody being a transgender has anything to do with sex. It's just it's an idiot statement, and it needs to be called out anytime. Rick Scott just donated to $10 through Super Chat. First of the month, and here's my donation. Thanks for all you guys do. We appreciate it, Rick Scott, very much, buddy.
Really appreciate it.
Yes.
Rick rocks.
Rick
Scott.
You rock.
Rick rocks.
Rick rocks. There we go. That'll be a thing tonight. Rick rocks.
It's
better than a Rick roll.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not do that. Did anybody see frickin' John Oliver's show the other day when he was talking about Mount Everest? And he Rick rolled not once, not twice, but I think 3 times throughout that show. He Rick rolled people genuinely, and it was like,
oh no,
I'm getting Rick rolled in 2019. Dad's probably looking at. He's looking at me like, what the fuck is a Rick roll?
Yeah.
Even if I did it to you,
I know how dumb I am.
If I even did it to you, you wouldn't get the full
Oh, is that
impact.
the eye roll?
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
No.
Rick Astley.
Rick Astley, never gonna give you up.
Oh,
Never gonna let you down.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I hate that guy's voice.
I'm not gonna do it on the show because I would
Good.
I would be
Hey,
I would
Dana
be
Rain.
public enemy number 1 if I would Rick roll. How many people are watching? Almost 100 people watching.
We got
You would be
95.
excommunicated.
Yes.
Hey, to mention, Mitch, we're bringing up all these great American things that we do and we all seem to love as a group. I'd like to bring up another one. One of our people in chat, Miss Nomad, is going to Sturgis
Ooh.
Yay!
this summer, and that's a great American pastime up in South Dakota.
Let me be the first one to say it, Miss Nomad. Kiss my ass. Because I ain't going. I'm not going. Do you know how close I came to Sturgis? I was in Rapid City. Rapid City. That's close to Sturgis, baby. You could almost spit the Sturgis. I didn't make it.
Here's the thing, guys. If you haven't realized it now, Dad gets really jealous about people going to places that he wants to go, and people like Sparky for having a dispensary, which he clearly states every time he has to drive about 40 miles out. It's not like you can go down the street. But still, the fact that if you have a dispensary near you that can sell all your pot needs, Dad can't stand the fact that y'all have that.
When I first met my wife.
Oh, I've seen
so
something.
nice.
I seen something today that just might make John happy.
What's that? Somebody.
It looks like the
Somebody
Senate
bought me a Harley. It's in the mail, John.
No, it's the Senate. It's looking about passing legal marijuana in all 50 states and provinces.
Well, there you go. They need to do that, and they need to get their shit together on the federal laws concerning the buying and selling it.
And expunging all federal crimes has to do with marijuana.
Yeah. They need to do that.
Yeah.
And if they would tax it $5 an ounce, they would have tax money.
Where's Teresa Diggum? Where's Sturgis? Oh, please. All of a sudden, my heart went bad. Somebody explain that to her. To where Teresa knows it. Where Sturgis is, baby. It's like the.
It's Sturgis, North Dakota.
Yeah,
South Dakota.
It's the,
South Dakota. Excuse me.
The mecca for.
It's a gigantic
bikers.
rally by bikers that takes place every summer. That they'll get 100,000, 200,000.
There's another one I can tell. Kiss my ass. Michael Bussain just went there.
Bikers out there. For
My daughter was there last
go
year.
Somewhere else.
There you go.
My daughter and son-in-law were there last year.
Well, it's one of those bucket list things, Because it's. See, my thing is right before I went in the military. I had just come out of a kind of a bad. I had spent some time in reform school, too much time, and had come out, went to work. Or first I tried to go back to school. That didn't work because, well, you're an ex-criminal and we don't want your ass around here. But I went in the military. But right before I did, there was 2 movies that came out that just impacted my life really a lot, looking back. One was, oh shit.
You fuzzing out there?
Just for a second. One of them was Easy Rider, and the other one was, MASH, the movie, MASH. And for the times that we were living back then, that was, my plan was, I'm going to do my time in the service. I'm going to get out and I'm going to get me a bike and I'm going to hit the road. That's the plan, baby. That's the life for me. Going to get on a hog and go.
Wait, you didn't want a boat?
No, I didn't want a boat.
I thought you wanted a sailboat.
Well, that came later.
You want to go chase canoes?
That was it. That was it. I just wanted to ride in the wind. And I kept that dream going for a long time out in California. I had friends that owned them. A friend of mine, Rich, I just talked to him the other day for the first time in 40-something years. Me and this guy were real good friends. Anyway, I'm on the back of his bike. He's driving the bike, and we're going up to Russian River in California, up in Sparky's area, out in California.
No.
Well, it's
so over on the coast.
Well, you're in California, right?
Nowhere near me.
Well, you're in California, right?
I gotta drive
You're
like
Northern
2.5
California, right?
I gotta drive like 2.5 hours to get over there.
That's close enough.
To me, that's San Antonio. Yeah, that's me going to see Dennis. But anyway, we were laughing just the other day about that story, both of us, because we were going across the Golden Gate Bridge, baby. And we are digging the scene. I mean, this is in the early 70s. This is the life. We're going across that bridge, and a bug hits Rich. Rich is driving the bike. It's very, very windy. If anybody's ever been across the Golden Gate Bridge, it's windy as shit up there. And so there's Rich on the front of he's up there swatting his neck and shit, screaming. The bike's kind of weaving all around. I'm grabbing onto the side of it going, what the shit? And anyway, my little funny story. But anyway, yeah, when I came to Texas, that was the plan. I'm going to get me a bike when I came to Texas. That was it.
John?
I met my wife.
Miss Nomad says to you,
yeah.
John, on my way to Sturgis through Colorado, I'll smoke a few bowls and think about you and laugh.
There you go.
I don't talk to her anymore.
Just for people who are curious.
She's gonna stop and smoke. Thank you, darling. I hope you do blow it this way. I'll be outside taking a nice deep breath and
just for people that are curious. The last time I went to the pot store.
Oh, that's why. Yeah. What?
$14.45 state and local tax.
Jeez. Just in taxes?
Who cares?
Yeah.
It's going for a good cause. Pay your taxes. Shut up. What? Damn. Are you shitting me? So it's taxed pretty high.
Half of it went to the city and half went to the state.
Wow. Yeah. It's taxed pretty high because the state recognizes it's a great source of income. You know,
it's a cash cow.
It is because they're doing it anyway. Whether you make it legal or not, it's being done. Those that do, and because it's not a difficult thing to find. It's not like you're looking for I don't know, whatever. Pot shit.
Really quick, we're going to start adding people to the call a few at a time just to where we can keep this nice and organized. We're going to welcome Filthy Mouth Liberal and Spider Mike. Hopefully we get Spider Mike in this time. We were having some connection issues on the last episode, actually. How y'all doing tonight?
Hey, Andy. I got you something, dude. I'm going to send it in the mail.
He still got his mic.
Diana Mallory donated $10 through Super Chat towards the Pray for Rain in DC on the 4th Fund. There you go. That's what
I'm working on it.
Yes, if you're a religious Dana Mallory, thank you very much, dear. We appreciate that so much. When that happens, it's this is
Rick and Diana rock tonight.
Yes, we appreciate it tremendously.
I think I just heard Andy.
Is Spider Mike there?
Jump back to the other channel.
Let's try this again.
Andy, are you there?
Thank you very much. We appreciate that when that happens.
I think we're getting feedback from Andy, but we're not hearing Andy.
Yeah, I'm not hearing you, bud. He's the Filthy Mouth Liberal.
Yeah.
I said hello, come in.
I can hear you, but boy, your voice, your sound is really messed up, Andy. Oh shit, click the mic 3 times if we have to call 911, buddy.
It's the NSA.
Oh yeah, it's the NSA.
What? Yes.
Spider Mike, are you here with us?
No, he's still muted there.
Oh man, I'm sure they're gonna come back.
Pepsi Max is right. Hemp is better than cotton. That's why moose.
Yep.
That's why moose. That's why moose does something. Hemp is better than cotton because it doesn't take a ton of chemicals to grow hemp.
Yeah, no.
You can't grow cotton without Monsanto, baby. And that's money. That's where it goes.
There's Mike, really low.
I cannot hear him.
Let's see, Spider Mike. Hang on. Trying to see if I can do some stuff here to bring his volume up a little bit.
Oh, look at the volume button, damn it.
All right.
Oh, there we go. We got Spider Mike.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. We got you now. How you been doing?
Try this. See it.
Uh-oh.
Was I going the wrong way? Nope.
No, there you go.
No, we can hear you, Spider.
Yeah,
okay.
I can hear you perfectly. But I'm getting feedback from somebody else.
Figure out how to listen to everybody else.
You have to do that through a set of headphones. That's for those that.
Okay, well.
Yeah, if you have the speakers on.
Yeah, if you have your speakers on, you got us coming through your speakers, then we'll be hearing feedback from your microphone.
And as soon as it comes through the speaker, it picks up on the microphone, and then we get it back here. So it makes a kind of a loop of what I just said a few minutes ago.
But also, if you have us playing on YouTube, there is a delay between YouTube and what's on Discord. So, yeah, if you're watching us on Discord, or rather, if you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook, you may want to close that window and just leave Discord open.
Ooh. Cassie Hicks was a regular Army stationed at the Presidio in San Francisco, baby. That's a nice, that's a nice base. It's right there underneath the Golden Gate.
Oh,
Bridge.
wow, nice.
Yeah, sort of down there. It's a beautiful, beautiful spot to be stationed
I'm
at.
on the Discord channel, but I can't hear a damn thing through my headphones, and my headphones aren't covered.
That's weird.
That's weird. I can hear you.
Oh, he probably has to change the default setting for sound.
Oh yeah, here, let me try to help you out with that over in the text chat, Spider Mike, and I'll try to get that going for you.
I hear somebody.
Yeah, but nobody important.
Just pull him over, Travis.
Feedback.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Go ahead and carry on with the show. I'm going to try to help Spider Mike here really quick.
Okay, I'm listening, Travis.
Let's see.
Yeah, but you're feeding back.
Go ahead and carry on with the show. I'm going to try to help Spider Mike.
Yeah. There you go.
Got a stream playing.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be playing.
Yeah, that's the one big thing. We love all the participation we can get into the Discord, but when you come on Discord, you have to have listen to us through a set of headphones because there is a delay on everything else you're seeing, and we don't get that feedback. So if you have a set of headphones and a microphone, baby, call us up, get on Discord. Did you ever see a guy, T.W. Travis? Did you see that guy?
No.
I'm sorry. No, T.W. called me earlier, and he was trying to get into the T.W. Travis. If you're listening, buddy, you go to there's a link in under the YouTube, in the YouTube thing that you can click on that connects straight to Discord.
Travis, let me try to help Mike since you can't really leave the channel.
Yeah, well, he just left the channel.
I'll let you know when I'm done.
Okay. Anyway, where was I? What was I talking about, Velda? Shit.
I don't remember either.
Me neither.
But I did see something that was interesting right before we came online.
What's that?
Washington State decided that, hey, immediately take and put everybody, it is illegal to keep anybody in custody. They need to go before an attorney, get bail bonds out, and turn them loose.
Well, there you go. There you go. You know how many research? That's how come these put them out. That's about 100 some odd miles to my west. It is the third largest temporary influx shelter. That's why I was looking for the proper words that they're calling it over there. A temporary influx shelter. They're going to get paid $300 million.
Their hearings and are out on bond in the United States, trying to be reconnected with their kids. 21 more families that haven't been able.
That's
have not
pitiful.
been any.
That's pitiful.
And they are fighting it, and they're saying that they were coerced into signing paperwork, which they were,
Well, sure
because they
you were.
couldn't read English.
Sure.
And
being hurried along. Hurry, sign here. You know.
Right, and so now they've got attorneys that are going to be going after the United States for the coercion and reparations for these families for the pain and suffering and the monies that they lost them. They lost.
That's, you know, there's going to be people that's going to stand up and do the right thing. You know, what they can. You know.
Okay, since I'm back really quick, we want to welcome Aussie Dave to the call. How's it going, Dave?
I'm fine, thanks, mate. How are you?
Doing fine, Dave. How's it?
Hi, Ozzy.
How you going, Velda? Hey, listen, guys.
What's that, Dave?
This Nancy Pelosi woman.
I've heard of her.
What's going on there, mate? I mean, it's almost like she's just sitting on her hands. I really fear that this woman is a bit sympathetic to Trump. I don't know. I just feel that she's got the ammunition now, and after those 10 acts,
the evidence is right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Something not right with that woman.
Well, there's a lot. You know, I don't know, who am I other than just like any one of y'all. The way I look at it, though, is I know she's not dumb. She's not a dumb woman. She knows what she's doing. She's been in power up there a long time. And, you know, we are all, you know, encouraged, especially everybody listening on this show. We're ready for impeachment, baby. I want him impeached. Impeachment is the least of the things I want for him. I want a lot of shit for him and his little disgusting family. But I like to think that Nancy Pelosi is playing that longer game. She wants that gun loaded to the max before she pulls the trigger. Now, the House today
just well loaded now.
The House today, or yesterday, you know, just recently here, filed a lawsuit in federal court against Mnuchin and Treasury to get Donnie's taxes. You know, the thing that they've been fighting for tooth and nail ever since he came into this arena is now going to be up to a federal judge. The suit has been filed, and the judge is going to rule on whether or not Donnie needs to release his taxes, which he will. He's been, you know, fighting this shit because of what it shows, because of what it's going to show us. And again,
well, wouldn't the impeachment inquiry bring all this stuff out in the open? Like this inquiry from impeachment does, like with Nixon. Like Nixon had a lot of supporters until the impeachment inquiry started, right. And then his own party turned against him.
That's
until the information's out.
That's exactly what I preach all the time. Is using Nixon as an example, because it's the closest thing you got to put this guy up against. The Republicans in the Senate backed Nixon all the way up. There was news about Watergate busting all over the place. There was a lot of turmoil in the street, and the Republicans in the Senate still held by Nixon. They did not start to flip until the House started having impeachment hearings, until they started passing articles of impeachment, meaning that they brought it up to the floor and everybody can see the emperor had no clothes. And you know, it has to be that it's going to force the same situation. Now, excuse me. Now I almost had a hiccup there. I don't know what happened to it.
Really quick, before we go any further, what? Filthy Mouth Liberal, you with us now?
Andy, I can't hear you, buddy. I have a present for Andy coming.
Do you?
Yes.
Hang on, I'm going to crank up his
I can hear him.
Can you hear him, Belda? I can't hear him.
Yeah, I can hear him.
Yeah, I can hear him.
I can hear everyone wonderfully.
There we go. We finally got you, Andy.
I got you now. How you been doing?
Are you sure it isn't my issue?
Yeah, no, it's we got this fixed now. We just cranked your volume up a little bit. It was a little low, and I guess it wasn't coming through.
I couldn't hear you anytime. Everybody's saying I can hear you. Oh, shit.
My wife doesn't hear me half the time either, so I'm not too worried about that.
My wife hears me. She just pretends like she don't.
Well, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. Hey, Andy,
I wasn't going to go all that far with it.
I'm waiting to receive a package, and when I do, one of the things in that package, I'm going to just box up and send right to your ass.
Is it free beer?
It's almost as good as free. No, it's not as good as free beer. Nowhere close. No, I was going to try to sell it, but no, bullshit. Free beer, you can't beat that shit I've gotten free beer. No, it is a baby Trump balloon.
Holy shit, boss! Yeah. You got to be kidding me.
No, I have a young lady that is sending me some. She's contacted me on through Patreon Messenger, and she let me know that she's sending me a 6 of them, as a matter of fact. And
well, can I receive that? And can I get on video and say "baby Trump do," or however the hell they do that?
You can do whatever you want with this thing. I have plans for mine. I'm going to try to distribute those. She's sending me 6 of them, and so I don't want to be a hog. I want to distribute the wealth there.
Yeah, we're also going to do a giveaway too.
Yeah,
so
we're going to be doing some giveaways.
For that.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some giveaways and stuff on some T-shirts and stuff coming up.
Oh, that's a novel idea. Yeah. Can I beg your forgiveness for just a moment? I've had some voice issues for a couple of weeks now, and I don't know what the hell's going on. I can't talk the way I want to, but I'm trying to get it in there. But to use a good old North Carolina term, that shit just ain't working. So we're trying to figure out what's going on with this over here.
It ain't working. Are you having difficulties doing your show?
Oh yeah, I haven't done anything in the last few weeks. No, I can't.
Yeah. Well, maybe you could just do the technology of splicing. I don't know what they call that now.
What you mean? Just like taking parts and just edit it together or whatever?
Trump sucks.
We called that bullshitting when I was in the radio.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, well, pretty much the same thing, I guess.
Splice all that shit together and just let it run.
Yeah.
Your voice is important, Andy. We always,
Yeah, anytime any of us can not only having you on the show, but just hearing your voice in general, whenever that is a blessing.
Stay out of the hospital.
Stay the fuck out of the hospital.
Yeah, stay away from them places.
Oh, I'm not planning on going there. No. My wife don't need all that insurance right now.
Hey, there's Jorge. Jorge Tarbiter just made it. He said he's late, but he made it.
There you go. Hey.
There you go, Jorge.
Jorge,
¿Qué pasó? What's going on, amigo? Bill Jones. Pelosi is waiting for public opinion to be above 50%. That could be a plan. Like I said, she doesn't want to pull the trigger on this shit until the gun's all loaded and we got a target, and we know when we pull that trigger, it's going to go all the way.
Well, between me and you and these guys in the fence post, I'm not in a big hurry to do all that shit until she has everything she needs, because when it gets done, it needs to be done.
I don't want to screw up on this. I want it by the teeth. I don't want to give them ammunition for shit.
But at the same time, not that I'm disagreeing, it's more like I can understand the anxiety that comes from, when you feel like you have a case, especially when you watch something like the 10X of
the
Mueller report,
by the official report.
Yeah, it just feels like there's already enough there to start something. So it does feel a little angsty, like just not. You're sitting there, you're watching a train wreck, and there's nothing you can do. But at the same time, I do agree, we got to be careful with this. I just hope she is doing everything she can.
Along with that investigation will come public outcry.
Yeah.
The more they know, the more they'll be outraged over what's going on, and it comes in different forms. It just like taking Ivanka and putting her in the center of that picture.
We gotta stop that. Oh man,
she's got to go.
Photo.
That woman.
That has to stop.
Yeah.
That bullshit has to stop.
She's embarrassing your country.
Yes.
She is.
Her and him.
She looks like someone who's just groveling around, trying to get ins and open doors for herself.
Yeah.
And she's just totally out of place.
Well, hi, Dave. I haven't heard you in a while. Good to hear you tonight.
Thank you. Good to hear from you.
I love this family so much. Everybody's so kind to each other. I love it.
Yeah, we're a hell of a good family.
I wonder if he's
Also,
going to run her.
did you notice this North Korean thing? Now, Trump walks on this
it.
North Korean soil and crap.
Cassie
When
Hicks.
Obama tried to make contact with this guy and was trying to do the same thing, Fox News canned him. They said, "Are you joking? You're going to make contact with this despot? You're going to do this?" And Fox really berated Barack Obama for trying to do what Trump has just done, and that they're now praising him.
Yeah.
And they're all over there watching the video, and they're all whacking off of this thing simultaneously.
Oh, yes, they're having themselves a nice.
It blows my mind why the fuck these people are doing that. Forgive me, those of you who don't get into that kind of language, but you know, I'm at a loss. I don't know what the hell to think about it.
Well, we're not on network TV, so who gives a shit?
Thank goodness, because I would have been fined so many times, and I already have been fined, but that was a totally different issue.
Yeah. Well, here on this shit, they just demonetize your video, which means I'd miss out on the few cents I'd get off of watching the video.
We don't want to screw that up.
Yeah, no, it ain't
that
much.
shit went out the door a long time ago.
Yeah. It was neat when it first happened. Oh, looky here, I got money from Google. It took me a year to make it. But I got it.
Well, I got 48.4 cents. Goddamn, that's some good stuff. Let's keep doing this.
Just rolling in the dough. I'm telling you on that money. It's not a source of income. If it weren't, it's I don't want to get in that discussion right now.
No.
There's nothing more important to us right now than those that belong to our Patreon family and those that are supporting the show, and that has become.
It really, John, it really isn't a source of income, but aren't we thankful for the people who do participate in this process?
Oh, sure.
Hell yeah!
My
yes.
God.
Yes. Yeah. It doesn't cost a dime to participate in this shit.
Yeah, no, really, the most precious thing you can give us is your time.
Your time, baby. That's the most valuable thing.
And if not to us, but to anybody else who's fighting for the same cause.
That's it.
And if you do happen to have a dime or two to rub together, even more power to you. I mean, people who get out here and do this thing every day or every night or ever how often you want to say that you do it, but there couldn't be any bigger blessing for anybody that's in this process than what you do in support of this program.
I appreciate that, Andy.
And it's all thanks to Trump.
Yeah, really.
Well, I express that concern when I'm on like the Bob Kincaid show, because Bob is supported completely by public, by donations, and it keeps him on the air, and he does it 5 days a week, like I do, and I do it 6. And I'm on his show on Friday on the front porch. I love being on his show. But he has a budget he has to meet, and it's the only way to do it. Well, this has become as soon is going to become an issue. I don't want to go. The news I got the other day is going to impact what I'm going to be doing in the future, and this is what I want to do. I'm not entirely sure that in a few months I'll still be able to do this.
We'll get to that later, though. Right now, we're in the moment, and we're.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know what that news is.
Well, it ain't good.
We're not worried about that right now. What we're worried about right now is how you are, and you look pretty damn good to us.
I'm pretty damn happy right now.
Travis.
I needed
yes, Felder.
TW Travis is up in the green room.
Okay, I'll bring him in really quick. We want to see if Spider Mike's finally in here. Spider Mike, you working?
Am I here?
You are here, buddy. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good as long as I do not touch a goddamn thing.
Don't touch shit. That's the first thing Travis taught me. Don't touch. I can just touch this mic and I'm in trouble. He'll give me the spit eye.
No. I've already given up on that because every time you bang the table, all your glasses get hit in the mic and like so much stuff.
That's
so
just the way life. That's the old glasses. That's the way.
All right, here.
Anyway, we're glad to have you here. Finally, get you on there and talking. And TW, did he make it?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there you go. I talked to TW on earlier on Facebook chat. I'm trying to get hooked up here. Well, I'm glad you're here, bub. Glad you made this trip. Did y'all gas up, get some snacks on the way and all that shit?
Oh yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Good
There
deal.
you go. TW is out in Colorado. Another stinking place that's legal.
Yeah.
And you
A lot of people do it.
It's a damn conspiracy, I'm telling you.
It's either.
Why doesn't Texas get along with the program?
I don't know.
Hey, Dave, is it legal over at your place?
Huh? Yeah, we're all coming over, TW.
Somebody will have to sleep on the floor.
That's all right, buddy. I got a sleeping bag. I've slept on the rocks before.
We'll sleep in the garden for the right.
Yeah, no
for the right
shit.
thing. It doesn't matter.
No shit. No, I always say Texas will be the last one because we have a big border. You know, we get a lot of the drug money for that. Yeah.
And we don't have a fucking wall around our border, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know about that son of a bitch in Washington, but we don't have one.
No.
Does Australia have a wall? I was there, but I don't ever remember seeing.
Oh, they got something better. It's a Great Barrier Reef. It just protects the whole
Exactly
island.
right, mate.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of water.
Yeah.
It's a thing called an ocean. It's got a lot of water.
That's
You know,
what I
a lot of
heard.
water.
I heard that from somebody. It was big too, big water. Yeah, somebody said that.
Deep water too.
Deep water. Ain't that sad?
Wasn't it in that movie with the fish? That one Disney movie?
Nemo.
Yeah.
Nemo.
Honestly, that movie
I
is a
thought
beautiful
you were
film.
talking about the other things with like Disney Earl.
Well, as Australia goes, 4 of the 5 states of Australia have a lot of things legal. Guns, not one of them.
No.
No, guns are not legal. No, unless you, it's part of your job or it's a necessity to your life. But no, and we don't have mass shootings over here anymore. The last one we had was back in the 80s, and that's when we started banning guns. And since then, no shootings, no mass murders.
Imagine
none of that.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Getting guns out of the equation stops shootings.
And now New Zealand has taken a try at that.
There you go.
Yes, they
Am I
are.
right?
You know, civilized society at some point, you know, comes to their senses. You know, I'd love to think that this nation would go in that direction, but anybody be kidding themselves.
Well,
People that need guns are people that are trying to either defend themselves or hide something. You know, that's the only reasons. You don't want someone to see something, so you defend it with a gun, or you trying to save your life, you defend it with a gun.
Yeah.
There's no other reason.
Now in Australia, do they have militia?
We have no militia over here, mate. No.
Oh, we got 50 of them in every state.
Do they have it over here? Yeah.
They have no
We got them all over the
constitution.
place here.
Hey, Dave, have you been to the States?
No, but I do have relatives in Manhattan.
Oh, wow.
She's a 94-year-old auntie, and that's my dad was American. He came over here during the war, World War II, met my mum, and stayed. But that's why I've had the contact with America.
So you got dual citizenship, Dave?
If I wanted it, yes.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I need.
Dave,
My dad
I have
never
some
told
cousins
me.
like that have German and American.
But then you'd have to pay U.S. taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of downers and a lot of uppers with it, but unless I was traveling to America every few months or whatever, it's not really worth it. But if I had known that I didn't know I could have been a dual citizen until later in life. But if I had known when I was a teenager or in my 20s, I would have gone to America and lived there. But my dad didn't want me to know that because he didn't want me to move to America and live with my auntie.
You know, there's a part of me that goes, I don't blame him. You know,
Right.
Especially now.
Now, yeah, I can understand.
Yeah, especially now. But even then, because no matter how we always try to look back and romanticize, and I do, World War II has always fascinated me. A lot of it has, but speaking of the home life, and the patriotism that was shown back then, it's inspiring in some ways. So, but not all of, it's war. So yeah, there's only so much of that shit you can romanticize about, and the rest of it's all just death and destruction.
I have a breaking bulletin for anybody in America who's interested in it. They just put it on Facebook that American auto industry icon Lee Iacocca croaked at 94 years old.
No shit.
Wow.
Lee Iacocca. Wow. Yeah, he was big. He was Dodge. That Dodge Corporation, I believe.
Yep. Yeah. Big old Chrysler guy.
Yeah, he was big.
Invented and helped invent the Mustang.
And
I wonder where his money's going to go.
Probably pushing up more daisies. I don't know.
Yeah, he was big in the.
Somebody could have took $20 from me, because I'd have bet $20 he died a decade ago.
Yeah,
I was going to say the same thing. I thought he was dead a long time ago.
Yeah, that's my first thought on a lot of people when they tell me somebody died. No shit, I thought they died a long time ago. Shit.
But it really hit me hard when Merle Haggard died. I'm not really worried about the rest of these people, but Merle, that was a different thing.
Merle was bad for me. John Lennon was a hard one for me also. That was just so.
Mine was Waylon.
Waylon? Yeah, we all have.
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash. There you go, Man in Black. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Louis Armstrong.
Oh, baby.
Oh, man.
See, there's my heart right there. When that man sings, Louis Armstrong, Satchmo, baby.
Yes, sir.
That's
what a wonderful world.
That's my song, baby, right there.
I
hope it's playing
like
the day I die in my ear, and it will be in my heart. But that's because that's the attitude that I've always, and it's not a, I was tickled to death because nowadays on New Year's Eve, they always play John Lennon's song, brain fart. Imagine. Thank you, Dennis.
Yeah.
And then
not a brain fart. That is cerebral flatulence.
Oh, thank you. Cerebral flatulence there. And let me clear the room here. But yeah, imagine, and then play What a Wonderful World. And both of those songs in my life played a big part because both of them are such pure thoughts. I just
inaccessible to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
They didn't in those days, John. They didn't have the shit to worry about that we have to worry about today, and that's what makes everything so weird and so different and in so many ways so complicated. They didn't have to worry about that shit. They just got out there and did what they did, and everybody was happy. And particularly since this last election, everything has fallen to hell, and that's kind of
the whole damn country has. It's I could I sit here and I can flip through this book. This is months and months of shit, and I could pick any page, any day of the week that I did a rant, and go back and look at the crap that happened that day, and I've got books of this shit. It's sad. I heard today that he's at a solid 43% approval rating. Solid, remaining steady at 43%. I don't know
how whose numbers.
Yeah, I don't. And that's another thing about them polls. You ever get a call? Anybody? Yeah. Anybody else get a call on these polls? Because I've never been called.
I've got a few of them, and I say the first thing comes out of my mouth is, "I hate that son of a bitch."
Yeah. Oh.
And they don't like that too much.
The only request for information I get is from, and I am really disappointed in myself.
What?
I'm looking right at Travis. I was just, my heart just sank when I sat down because my day was pretty busy today, and so was yesterday. And today they had a protest downtown in front of Michael Cloud's office here about the immigration thing. And I'm sitting there watching on the evening news, and there's everybody down in front of the downtown on Ocean Drive with signs and shit. And oh man, I should have been there. I should have been there.
Here's the freaking thing. I'm just gonna say this right here, right now, because here's a mini rant from Travis.
Not that he was there, but
yeah, here's a mini rant from Travis here.
What's that?
I am sick and tired of Facebook because Facebook is a website that I used to know.
I got lots
I don't
of
hate
Facebook
people.
family.
Yeah, we got Facebook family. I'm not hating on our family. I'm hating the website.
Yeah.
The website, I have completely given up on trying to follow anything because it doesn't give any updates. Like anything that I want to follow, I can't even stay up to date with local things because Facebook is all hell-bent on making you pay for advertising. Oh, you want your page, if you want your post to reach a wider audience, you got to pay us a little bit of money to make sure we get your post to everybody. No, you don't. But that's
or you're trying to find something, like try to find you guys on there, and sometimes you'll be sitting there watching the video, and all of a sudden the video will go away, and then you can't find it again.
Yeah, exactly, and it's just so annoying because I feel like if you have a message and you can't afford hundreds of dollars in advertising or thousands or millions or whatever the fuck, it is so not fair. And that's why it's like a lot of the local events you have to rely on Facebook and all this other shit, and I just don't get anything.
Yeah.
So
unfortunately, Travis, you've never been so correct.
Yeah.
It's shameful, really, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. It's corporate greed.
Absolutely.
Facebook's free unless if you really want to make a big difference.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And more corporate greed. Look at Donnie. He got his tanks today. They said on the news.
Yeah. He's got 4 of them. I guess somebody told us, and they'll be on static display out there. But yeah, he can stand out there.
Maybe they'll roll over.
There has not only is Donnie a coward. He's draft dodging coward piece of crap in my book. But I just wanted to point out the fact that Mama did her research there, and there has never been anybody in the Trump family ever serve in the military. Just wanted to throw that out there. Nobody in the Trump family has ever served in the military.
I can believe
because they're all chicken shit, John. Come on.
That's damn sure what he was.
Not even with the Trump family in Germany.
No. Going back 5 generations, there's nobody ever served.
You'll have to look for what was their name? I think Drump, wasn't it?
Yeah, Drump.
Yes.
Yeah.
They changed it to Trump when he got over here. Yeah. I think his daddy did.
Well, I heard over in our European friends considered Trump something like a fart or something like that.
Yeah. Well, that's what a Trump is over there.
That's pretty consistent with that family.
Yes, what comes out of his mouth. It smells vile. Yeah, it's a bunch of crap that smells like shit. Everything that comes out of this man's mouth. And boy, hold on to your hats, baby, because I guarantee you that speech he's going to give on July 4th, I wonder what that speech is going to be like.
Okay, John, here's what I'm thinking about that. Now you guys give me your opinion. Would you indulge me for a moment?
Okay. Certainly.
Rather than a bunch of people watching this goddamn parade that he's about to have over here, forgive my language, why don't we have a big freaking Blue Dot family meeting on the 4th during that very time that thing's going on? Yeah, put it on your TV, mute the son of a bitch if you want to. I don't care. But rather than indulge that fat bastard, let's do something let's get together and do something.
Y'all want to we'll hook up together on we'll do a show on that day. On the 4th of July.
I think that's a fantastic idea.
I will join that.
Would y'all join us for 4th of July? What's 4th of July? Thursday.
It actually lines up on Thursday, so I guess originally we were going to do a show there anyway.
Yeah, we're going to have a Blue Dot family meeting on Thursday anyway. So
I got about 400 things not to do.
There you go.
There you go.
I think the time...
We just gave you one thing that you can do.
I might be able to get some tanks. I'll see if I can get some tanks.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a flyover.
We'll do a flyover.
John's buying the beer.
Yeah, I'm buying the beer for everybody that shows up. Yeah. No come for my...
Well, I'm just going to have coffee.
I have to make a beer run. I have to make a beer run before somebody goes down there and buy it. I'm out of beer for Friday.
John, I'm designated driver. I'm drinking coffee.
Oh, there you go. I have one beer from Jorge. I got one beer, Jorge. I'm not opening this one, buddy. This one stays up here until emergencies where it says break glass or open with a...
Now wait a minute. You got Jorge in here, but I have yet to find him on the little list over here. So he's got a name that I'm not familiar with.
He's not here with us this evening. He was in the chat earlier. I saw him on the chat.
For crying in the mud. Okay.
Yeah, he's not with us tonight, but he has been.
He's in Facebook chat.
Yeah, we kicked him out last time. He's in trouble.
What?
No.
You're saving.
No. I am saving
a beer for an emergency.
Well, that's what all this whiskey over here for.
Do you have a window on it that says break glass for emergency and handle with care?
This one here says save the world, and on the back here it says emotional support beer. Emotional support beer.
Emotional support beer.
That's what
I've never heard anything better.
Yep, there you go. That's an emotional support beer, and it needs to be there because it calms me.
That's some marketing for you.
Yeah, I'm not a heavy drinker, but if y'all have noticed, well, this was down a lot because I drank a lot of it out in the shop because it was hot as shit, and there's some gone from the Knob Creek and the Whistler. The Whistler, I have to work on that one some more. The Whistler and the Knob Creek were from Chris Kloss up in Medford, Massachusetts, baby.
There you go.
He is a Blue Day. He's the one that sent me the microphone I'm talking to on. Awesome guy. Awesome guy.
Getting a real good response. Chat. We'll try to be here on.
Oh wait.
Cool.
Oh, okay. I think I got it. Yeah, you were breaking up a little bit, Jen, but I think you said something like we're getting a good response.
Yeah, on the chat, a lot of people say they'll come.
Cool.
Good. Then we'll look at there. John Koski said he's going to bring the beer.
Oh,
the beer right there. John Koski said beer. So we assume that meant that you're bringing the beer, right, John? We appreciate that, buddy.
There you have it. Let's do this.
Yes, sir. We'll be here. We will be here on Thursday to celebrate. Yeah, because I don't have any interest in listening to his ass talk. I'll listen to it through the news or something, or if I need to do any research, I'll go look at the video of it. But
last time I saw a tank, it was a real bad memory, and I don't really want to see another one unless it's a good memory, and it can't be with that son of a bitch.
No.
He's only gonna.
I've seen enough of that Ivanka thing today. It drove me nuts.
Oh man,
he'll only end up talking about himself and his achievements.
Hey, there's tank.
You know when all those world leaders were around Ivanka, you know what they were thinking? How could someone this attractive and this intelligent come from that dope?
Really?
I got a weird thought that ran through my mind.
What's that, Velda?
He's running for re-election. God forbid that he run. But I bet his running mate is going to be his daughter for vice president.
I lost everything.
Oh, I hope not.
All right, now get this. God forbid, I'm playing devil's advocate here. God forbid he gets it. 6 months into his second term, he leaves office and leaves her as president.
I can see that. I could see that because
why you want to come in here and shit in my hat? Put that thought
John, I love you too.
I know you do, darling. Now I gotta go wash my hat out. Just putting that thought in my head, that just scared the shit out of me. But it does.
There's no mind soap can erase that from my mind either, and my mind thought of it.
I know it. That's what I'm telling you. When you digging in this shit, this is what you do, and this is what I do now. This rant started out as I was pissed because of what happened, and I'm still pissed because of what's happening. But now it's not. It's taken on more than that. It's the research, it's the shit that you dig through, and the more you learn of this crap, it just irritates the shit out of you. And you just see in the big picture, and you go, how could anybody stand next to that man and approve
without
of what he's
slapping him?
Without Travis finally put that on one of the shirts in our store. The he needed slapping law.
I don't even know how he has children.
I don't either. Well, because that brings up the basic thought that he had to.
He is
appropriated.
Oh,
shit.
There you go. Somewhere you just ruined somebody's dinner or snack.
He would love.
Hell, they were eating.
He would love the idea of his daughter
Yeah.
His Trump daughter being the first female president. Veldy, you're right. He would like to see that.
He would love to see it, and that's why he's doing those pictures. That's why she was at the G20 and trying to mingle in there with
her.
He's trying to get the photo op so they can use that in future advertisements. Look at here. Here's Ivanka at the G20 with World Liquor. She's in the middle of the state. Are you shitting me? You know, it's that kind of disgusting shit. Because that's all Donnie's got to sell is an illusion. You know, it's a con.
Dungeon. I'm sorry, but that's where she needs to be.
Any woman who had sex willingly with Donald.
Yeah, that's so disgusting. That's like I have no sympathy for Melania. I'm sorry.
I just wonder how many times she's got $130,000.
Yeah. Just how much do you have to suffer for that kind of money? And that's the answer right there. She has to have. I don't think they have relations anymore. I don't think they even like each other hardly anymore. But I don't, because in my own mind, how could anybody like his ass? He's a disgusting turd. He's a disgrace everywhere he goes. He opens his mouth and proves his ignorance.
What difference does it make, John? We've all seen her hoo-ha already.
Yeah, that's it, baby. That's what I always say about her. You say what you want about her. If she holds the record, she is in the record book. She holds a place in history. She is the only.
Bring in Yogi.
Where's Yogi?
1 second here.
Hey, boo-boo. Where's Yogi Bear?
Trying to get to this, but we are in.
Yeah,
I think America.
She's the only first grader you can look her up on Google and Google her googly ass.
If Trump pulls that stunt and putting Ivanka in or trying to get her in as president, like you've able to say, he resigns after 6 months and so, and another way of fucking Hillary is saying, she's the first female, not you.
Yeah. He would just love that.
I think the American people would jump up and down pretty heavily.
Well. We got him. Y'all never forget that. We make fun of all this. It wouldn't happen. Shit, I might never get. It could happen because look what happened to him. That's why it's important.
How much room Dave's got over there to accommodate the rest of us? Because we may have to travel.
I'm coming over to visit, Dave. I always want. Who don't want to go down under? Who's never wanted to go to Australia?
Right?
Everyone likes to go down.
There you
Dave,
go.
I've been there. Went from Perth to Sydney and back to Perth while I was in the Navy.
Is that right, Spider?
In 1980. Yes.
Wow.
Spider Mike.
Wow.
Yeah, I spent time in Australia.
I was down in the South Pacific, but did not go that far south. I wanted to.
You should have come in and visited it.
That would have been in the early 70s. Yeah.
But you would have gone to that. You would have been sent to Brisbane, I'd say.
Yeah. In the 80s,
all the Americans were in Brisbane and Darwin.
It's like to me, it's stereotypical, but I'm one of them people like with Australians and Englishmen. I say that again just so I can hear you talk. It's like who don't. Wow, say that again. It's like it's English but proper. Hey Yogi, how you doing, buddy?
No. But from an Australian point of view, the American accent sounds very clean, and you say ours does. It's just.
In other words, John, we ain't doing it right.
Yeah, we ain't doing it right. I ain't doing it right. Something's wrong. My gizmo is messed up over here anyway.
Texans talk like an Australian.
Do we?
I disagree.
Because the accent and the phrasing and that you use is very much like Australian. It's not too many words to make a point. No, we kind of like to try to keep it short and simple. Yeah, short and simple.
I have a daughter who lives in Queensland, and she tells me that we don't talk right here anymore.
Y'all don't talk right.
Y'all don't talk right no more.
That's what my daughter says. I don't know if she's right or not, but that's what she tells me.
Well, shit. There you go.
Well, English is named after the English, and then we were descendants from London or England, remembering we were a penal colony back in the early 1800s or whatever it was.
True. That's true.
So, we just speak natural English. But the Americans, it's English, mate, but it's just got a little twang at the end of it. The American accent's got a twang at the end of every word. I like it.
So what you're telling us is that we are pretty much like the southern dialect of the United States, because we talk funny down here, but when you get north of the what is it called, the Dixon line or something like that, they talk differently than we do.
You know, the different accents across the country, because I like to talk to Donna Bonacosi on the phone. I really
It's
do.
all a matter of dialect. It really is.
I love it because that Boston, she's got that heavy Boston accent, and to me that's just like, you know, it's like music. You know, my mother came from that area. And
I never did learn how to pack my car.
Yeah, you got to go down and park the car over there by the park.
I lost my car
keys. Put the car over there by the park, and we'll go to the party.
If you lost your car keys, it's khakis. So I lost my khakis.
Yeah, I lost my khakis. Yeah. But
I hated driving truck in that area.
Put your khakis back on.
Yeah.
Well, at least we don't have the word
West Virginia, and that's basically where's Mama's
That's
men?
true. Covfefe was an original. Yeah, I got a shirt in there.
Oh, we say that here. Your mom and them.
Your mom and them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mom and them.
All y'all.
All y'all.
All y'all.
How's your mama and them?
Yeah. I ask Maestro all that all the time. How's your mama?
Yeah.
I don't name the hardly a time I ever talk to Mama, to Maestro, and I ask him, how's your mama doing? I like his mama. His mama's neat.
I just want you all to take.
You just sent me a what?
Everyone in.
You're breaking up, Jen.
Oh, he's cutting out.
You're speaking in code, Jen. So those listening must pull out their blue dot decoder ring.
I'll try again.
Okay.
Just you all to that speaks with the West.
Oh,
Didn't work.
Damn.
Well, let's try this one more time.
Excuse me.
So much for digital.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, really, right?
Yeah.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
You're testing.
There's Jen.
There's Jen. Go ahead.
One, two, three,
I was
four,
just
five.
saying. I want you all to know that everyone in media speaks with a Midwestern accent.
Huh. Midwest.
You know, to me, everybody talks the same except distinct. You know, some people say I have an accent. I don't hear it.
Yeah.
To me, an accent would be Donna Bonacosi or somebody from New York.
You can't hear your own accent. I mean.
Yeah, you sound like yourself. You know.
What accent?
Yeah, like that. Like that guy.
accent.
Got that California
To
accent
me,
going.
John, you have a little of an accent, but not
much.
Accent.
No.
I think it's all about the dialogue with you. Like you say.
Like Travis doesn't have an accent. He sounds,
You know, though, the thing is I think I worked really hard on not getting an accent because
You sound like
you
you're
don't
from
want to sound like your
California.
daddy.
Well, no, it's not that.
You hear
It's
that
just,
shit? Y'all hear that shit?
No, but it's.
I thought he loved me.
I think it could be really easy though if I
My
just
heart is
slip
broke,
into
man.
it. You know, if I really started wanting to talk naturally. I mean, it's actually a little bit harder to start talking like this, but I think when I was younger, when I was a youngin, it was a lot easier to slip into this accent. But
Well,
now
if I wasn't so damn old, you could be my daddy, John. That's all there is to it.
As soon as I get old enough to be a daddy,
like I have friends that live in North Dakota, and everything's kind of like that. Canadian.
Welcome to Minnesota.
You're too close to Canada.
I run into some Canadians down here in Portland, Texas, one winter, and everything ends with A. You know, everything ends with A.
Like my sister had moved up there, and she was in Colorado forever, and now when you call her on the phone and talk to her, it's like you can tell the accent right away.
There you go.
Everything not only ends with A, it's beer. So
Yeah.
can you go wrong with that?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I have an album. I can't remember his name right now, but I love the music. It was sent. It was brought. I'm sorry, not sent to me. Given to me by the guy I'm just telling you about that met years ago from Canada. But he brought me an album of this guy that sings country music up in Canada, and doggone it, I used to know a few tunes of that, but I'll have to dig that out and refresh my memory.
I was thinking you for a second there. I thought you were talking about Bob and Doug McKenzie on the SCTV.
No, but this is some guy. I really like this. There's a couple songs he had.
Oh, the Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah.
Oh my!
This is something along the lines of Slim Whitman or something like that. But anyway, that's
most of my family lives down in Texas itself, Brownwood, San Angelo.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So, but I haven't actually seen them since 2000.
You need to come down and see them.
I went down there in Christmas. They didn't quite welcome me. They're pretty much Republican to the core.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Christmas time in Texas. You're in your
I've
shorts.
got a brother raised Republican.
Oh, do you?
My dad lost faith with Richard Nixon, and I swore and be damned back then that I would never vote for people like that.
There you go. And
God bless you.
That's right.
Yeah,
God bless
real.
you. Yeah.
That's the thing. I think that's something we can all relate to. We know
Jorge
some.
says, "Screw it, I'm a Texan and I sound like one." You do, Jorge.
Well, I remember how upset my father was when they were starting to impeach Nixon.
Mm-mm.
Oh, he went on a binge.
He didn't like that.
But
huh?
that was years and years and years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
History has proven what has happened, and that people can be misled, can be fooled. And I know that, but that's how I look at those that voted for Trump now. They got fooled into this shit. It to me, it's either two options you have if you're talking to me. Either you got fooled into it, you were conned and took some bait, or you're a racist asshole and that's your angle. One of those two things is what I think when I'm talking to people.
I think the latter is the most applicable.
What's that, Andy?
Trump was installed by Russia.
Yes.
I said I think the latter is probably the most applicable. Yes. They're just racist assholes.
They are.
And
Donnie was upholding his birther shit, and that was all the rage. With all the right. Prove
now they tried
you
to
were
pull
born.
it with.
Yeah, they're trying to pull it with Kamala Harris.
I don't understand. Like, maybe it's me or Trump, because Clinton had a marital affair and they impeached him.
Yeah.
And this guy's done everything possible.
This guy has screwed everybody in this country.
And boom, they're not getting rid of him. They just, we love you, we love you, we love you.
That's because the
there are criminal
everything.
offenses coming before each and every person in the White House. Of that, I am sure. We just haven't heard it yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that too.
Did you know that I actually just recently spent the last couple of days watching a lot of Nixon shows, Nixon history stuff, and there's a lot of documentaries out there that run for an hour to 3 hours on this Nixon stuff.
Right.
There, I picked out 10 points, oddly enough, same as a 10 act, 10 points of where Trump has basically mirrored Nixon in respect of Nixon coddled up to the Russians and Iran and all that. Nixon liked dictators. Nixon tried to control the Justice Department. And I think Trump has almost looked at Nixon's history and said, now Nixon fucked up because he didn't have control of the Supreme Court. Or maybe, so it's almost like Trump has mirrored Nixon down the line.
I'm sure.
If they let Trump get away with this, that means Nixon was persecuted.
It was the oral hearings that took Nixon down.
That's the key right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we have to demand, the public hearings in
And
the House
that's
of
what I'm
Representatives.
hoping Mueller comes out with.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to July 17th. Mueller's going to be in front of the judicial and the...
I think we're going to have to watch that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I don't know. It'll probably be during the day.
Well, we can
There's
still do
another
it during the day.
family meeting.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we're gonna do. I'm gonna do as much as we can. Travis is messing with this thing.
There'll be YouTube videos of it.
Yeah, there'll be YouTube videos of it.
You're gonna do 2.5 hours before the Justice.
Yeah. I'm sure there's gonna be plenty to talk
committee and 2.5 hours before the Intelligence.
There you go.
Jerry Nadler announced that the other night.
Wow, good deal.
Damn.
That's plenty of time.
Yeah.
You don't think there's
That's
going to
where
be
I get my Rachel Maddow thing because I get
There
it
you
on
go.
YouTube.
Get your radio.
I
Get
always-
your
Well, I
Rachel
hope that
fix.
Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah.
I hope Nancy Pelosi does something after this guy's testified. I think Mueller wants to testify.
Pepsi Max is going to be
He's
busy
sick of
Thursday
the
night.
rhetoric around his name.
We might do one.
Well, I try and listen to Fox News on occasion, and yes, it's very, very painful.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
crap.
I feel
Not
so
even
sorry
allowed
for
in
you.
my house.
That's self-inflicted wounds.
Yes, it is.
But it's also taking one for the team because they gather information to tell us
Yeah,
if they don't get it on the news.
But I don't watch that. I get anything I get from Fox. I either read it, or if I'm forced to, I'll watch the little snippet on the YouTube or whatever. The whatever it is.
Don't
they're
give them
talking
shit. Yeah.
It's
After my parents passed away in this house, and they were avid Fox News watchers. I swear to God, Fox will never be on a TV in the house as long as I live.
I've said that in every house I've owned. That I don't give a shit what you do. We can talk about anything. That's one station I don't want on my house. I don't want that on my TV. It is, as I repeat, the most anti-American bullshit you can put on your TV is Fox.
When I got rid of their TV, I told the guy, I says, be careful with that TV. It has the ghost of Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly's ghost is in there creeping around.
Really?
No bloviating. And he did it every day.
An old war standard was know thy enemy as well as you know yourself.
That's
There
right,
you go.
buddy. You got to know who
Boys,
you're fighting. Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, Jen.
time to let the girls talk.
Well,
oh, please, beautiful.
Okay.
One thing that keeps going around that I just really need to talk about and clear up. Trump, people are saying prevent the election. Trump cannot stop election. It is just not possible. Constitutional, and the people won't let it happen. They may try to steal them, but they cannot stop them.
No.
Now, I only got bits and pieces of that. So
Before we wrap, a little off topic. Just want to remind people that season 3 of Stranger Things is going to be on Netflix tomorrow midnight. If you watch that show, it's like based on 80s, like it's real.
Oh yeah, no, I know Stranger Things. I haven't watched it yet, but I know of it, and I know a lot of people are freaking out about it. I'm surprised you haven't watched it yet, honestly, Dad.
No, I haven't watched that one yet.
I don't watch anything that I have to pay for.
Yeah, no, me neither. No. Yeah, I'm not watching nothing I'm paying for.
Well, it's on Netflix.
Well,
It's a Netflix
that's true.
exclusive. I was
I'm
about to say,
paying
you
for
pay for
Netflix. Yeah, I do.
Netflix.
That's a lot.
Well,
I do.
I'll go and buy a video.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I have to
I
have.
just got done.
I have to have
having
CNN. I have to have the
season
news. I'm a news junkie anyway, and and with what I do nowadays, it's the news. It's the forever channel in our house. It's all that's on unless we in the evening we go to the Daily Show and Jon Stewart,
which is news and more news.
I mean, not
pretty
Jon
much.
Stewart,
Stephen
Colbert.
Kind of news.
And
Yeah.
I don't miss. Oh, and Bill Maher's off for the month, so
Yeah.
won't be none of that shit for a month.
I got a Roku a few days ago, and you talk about something really cool.
Oh yeah,
like
they're great.
I got.
That's what I have.
I have a Roku in the bedroom and a Fire Stick in the living room. So I've got 2 of them.
I have a Roku TV.
There you go.
Yeah,
We've got a Roku.
Wishes I had a Fire Stick.
We have a Roku too.
What's a Roku?
It's Fire Stick that I have.
It's a way to get TV off the internet, Dave. Instead of going through a satellite company or something like that, you can get these little devices that connect to the internet and services that you can get TV on.
Okay.
It's about the only thing that'll work on dial-up.
Yeah.
And it works. It just pulls off of your Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can see.
How far are you, John? How far are you from the nearest major city?
Well, Corpus Christi is a not a major city. It's like Houston or something, but it's a good sized city. And I'm about I'm probably about 35, 40 miles.
Considered a medium market, John.
Yeah, we're a medium sized city, and that's why I like it down here. Corpus is just large enough to have everything I need it's on the water. It has the beach.
Excellent VA hospital.
Yes, they have a VA hospital. You know, there's a lot of things here.
I've been in there.
Yeah. The Corpus to me has always, besides that, I lived here when I was a child and did a lot of growing up here. And I was in the Cub Scouts and stuff.
Now, John, correct me if I'm wrong, but San Antonio is probably the nearest major market to you. Is that correct?
Yes, San Antonio would be a big city I would consider, and that's up there with Dennis. That's where Dennis lives. And yeah, if I'm going to go somewhere if me and Mama were going to go somewhere, we would go to San Antonio because that's where I love that city.
Yeah, you're in what would be considered a medium ADI or a medium market.
Yeah.
And but you got a whole bunch of good stuff down there.
Oh yeah, we do. It's the city itself could do a whole lot more to attract more people to visit and whatnot, but I don't know if I really want them to. Yeah.
There's a good way of measuring where I like to measure now, where I like to live. If it has more than one set of traffic lights, not for me.
I used to live in one, and we all got excited when number 2 came along. Yeah, we did. We lived in Freer, Texas. There was only one red light. That's it. And then we all got excited when they put the new one in, because we all went down there to see who was going to run that light. Because it weren't.
Come on to my town.
How many you got, Jen?
One stop sign.
One stop sign.
That's what I was just gonna say. I lived in a town that had one stop sign, and you didn't know if somebody was gonna steal it the next day.
4 stop signs, all within 100 feet of each other.
Oh man, wow! No, the closest stop sign to me is about a mile away, and then from there it's 4 miles to the next stop sign, and the closest store, which is just a little convenience store down on the corner, way down. So it's about 5 miles just to go down to the convenience store, and outside. If I go to check the mail, then I'm looking at. Let me see, that's 5, another 10. You're looking at 15 round trip, 35, 40 miles just to go check the mail.
So really, you're in a safe area. If Donald Trump starts a nuclear war with someone, you're pretty safe where you are.
Not really.
No, I wouldn't say that.
No one on the planet is safe.
Nowhere on the planet's safe, and plus we're next to the 5th largest.
We are the 5th largest port in the United States, if you can believe that. And when the new bridge is built, we're going to gain a whole lot more. We are a large exporter of oil and gas out of our port.
And I agree with you wholeheartedly, Dennis, because I keep giving him the look, and Dad's just like, what?
What? Oh, I know it's time. Oh shit, it's time.
You got me overtime right now, man.
I've got Travis in overtime. I'm going to get him in trouble. He'll be in trouble, and so will I if I don't go out of here. Yeah, I guess it is time to wrap it up. But okay, yes, we will be live Thursday, 4th of July. We will be live. So if y'all are so inclined, come by and join us. We're going to have conversation just like we do every time we come on. We'll have fun things to talk about.
And really quick before we go.
John,
oh yes,
John,
yeah.
I'm going to be doing the front porch.
What time's the front porch?
5. Usual time, but it'll bleed over into your time.
Yeah, maybe I could jump because he goes on at 6, right? My time is when the porch starts. So if he stays true to that, then I might be able to jump on for a few minutes before I have to bail and come do my show.
Yeah, but I'll be there. I'll be there the whole time.
You're fine, Sparky. You can do whatever
buddy.
You want, man.
Oh no. Sparky,
I know. I'm just telling you, Bob.
Sparky is Bob's number one guy. Sparky's the one that runs the thing.
Said he wants to do a front porch, so I got it.
Yeah, that's Sparky's job, and that's what he does. Bob Kincaid, Friday on the front porch. You can find Bob on Horn Radio. You can find that. And he's on
Headon.live.
Headon.live. He's always entertaining me and very knowledgeable about things. I always enjoy being on his show. But yeah, not a problem.
Are you going to do another Tim Carmel show, John?
I was just on the other day.
Yeah, you were on what 2 years ago.
Yeah, he usually he has a schedule. I can't remember where I am, but I always find out on the Friday. Before the show, I'll get a message saying show notes for Sunday, and so that way I know what day I'm on there. But I always enjoyed Tim's show. If y'all haven't had a chance to see that, Tim Corbett.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I laughed my butt off.
Yeah, Tim's always got, I love Joe Santorza. He does the clown car on there. He's always got something, that we can all laugh about and shit. And yeah, I enjoy going on other shows. I really do. Anytime we can spread the message, anywhere we can spread the message. And because
yours is the only show I've ever been invited to, so I'll keep doing it.
There you go. There you go. We appreciate the shit out of that.
This was a lot of fun tonight. I enjoyed it.
Well, I'm glad you did. That's what we try to do. My rants are me to blow off steam. The conversation here can drift anywhere from politics to what your grandma had for dinner. I don't care. It's a family meeting, and that's always what I wanted this to be. It is a family hookup that we can discuss anything we want and support each other and all that kind of stuff. And I'm real happy because, like I say, I love seeing the chat go by and those talking back and forth in there. But
I don't know what Grandma had.
I got a train
I'm not
coming.
sure what they
I'll
served down
see
there.
y'all later.
Oh.
Alrighty, see you later, Spider Mike.
All right, Spider Mike.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. What were you saying, Jen?
Jen's gone.
Oh, Jen's gone. Oh, well.
No, that was probably me, John. I said, I'm not sure what Grandma had for dinner. I'm not sure what they served down there tonight. Where she is.
Where she is? Down there?
Yeah. Not to be judgmental or anything.
Not to be judgmental.
No, nothing like that.
Burn in hell, Grandma. No. That's pitiful.
Love you, Grandma.
I'm telling you. I don't know what they'll be serving when I'm going, but several people have already guaranteed me that I have a prime location down there. And they
I'm
know.
sure mine's already going to be cooked.
Yeah, my ass is cooked. That's me. I walked my donkey today. I got so happy today I walked my donkey. I walked Jenny all the way around the yard for quite a ways. She's working out a limp. She hurt her foot and been laying down a lot lately in the last week. But
oh no.
Yeah, and then every time she'd get up and do something, she'd limp on that one leg, and it's like, you're killing me. And I'd pick up the leg and dust it off and get in there and try to squirt it with this stuff I got. But today she made a pretty good long walk around the yard and everything. And so
what'd she do to it?
I don't know. I keep looking. I trimmed her toenails, and it's not that. It's I don't know if she stepped on something. If she, twisted her ankle, I don't know. But she's starting to get better. But she was laying down too much for a while. Anyway, yeah, she's getting better.
We all care about our fur babies.
Baby, that's it. My babies are I do.
Well, here's something for you guys to contemplate as you go off tonight. Are you ready for this?
What's that?
Okay.
23 minutes ago, a tweet from Cheeto Jesus, or whatever you want to call it, son of a bitch.
Donnie did.
A very sad time for America, he says, that the Supreme Court won't allow the question of, is this person a citizen or something to that effect.
Yeah, the citizen question will not be on the census. And it's
I have asked the Department of Commerce and the Department of Justice to do whatever is necessary to bring this most important of vital questions, Jesus Christ, and this very important case to a successful conclusion. You believe this son of a bitch?
Hey, Donnie,
he cannot override a Supreme Court.
That was denied him last week.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he just now found out about it.
And he's bitching about it tonight. Yeah, really.
He's been busy.
That's because he was out of town and he didn't get
He's been out there promoting
Ivanka.
He had a job to do. No,
well, that's on his.
Because it was proven.
The
Supreme Court looked at it and saw exactly what the Republicans were doing. It has nothing to do with citizenship. It has everything to do with districts and how the Republicans are trying to gerrymander any way they can.
I just thought I'd give you good people something to contemplate tonight as you go to bed.
Well, thanks for that, Andy.
So we can't sleep because we're so pissed off.
No, we're happy. It's not going to be on the damn question. We won on this one.
I wasn't going to answer it anyway. I was ready to go to jail.
There you go. Fuck you. Are you a citizen? Kiss
I wasn't
going
to answer it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have answered it. Kiss my ass. That's not what the census is about. It's about how many people and what the services are that are needed for the people, the humanity that lives in that certain area.
That's right.
This administration knows nothing about humanity.
No, that's the problem. They're not looking at anything in a humanitarian way. That's how come we have the situation we have down there on the border. Travis is looking at me. I got to go. Anyway, again, our Face Stop family and YouTube family, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. Y'all come back on Thursday night on the 4th of July if y'all have time. Eat a little barbecue and do all that kind of stuff and come around and say howdy if you want. We sure appreciate having you. But again, we want to thank all
y'all come to North Carolina. I'm cooking.
Yeah. What's that, Andy?
I said, y'all come to North Carolina. I'm cooking.
You're cooking. Andy's cooking, so we can all go over to Andy's house. Let's do that. Wouldn't you shit?
Damn right.
Wouldn't you shit your front yard be piled up with
Uber
drivers dropping
be there
off
tomorrow?
Yeah, really.
I might have to ask you for a loan, John. Otherwise, I'd be in good shape.
Yeah, I went to my brother to ask for a loan. Yeah, he said, tough luck, buddy. Yeah, I was thinking about coming to you. Anyway, we want to thank all our Patreon members, those that support the show. You're so important to us. It is becoming that important that it's going to decide to how long I get to stay on the air. But yeah, we appreciate every one of them that donate $1 a month or whatever it is to keep us on the air. If you think our message is important, if you enjoyed the show and all that, consider donating to the Patreon page. $1 a month to go. That's pennies for each show. What fine entertainment can you get for such low price? But anyway, love y'all, and y'all tune in on Thursday, and we'll see y'all then. And everybody in Discord, hang on, and we'll say our goodnights just like we do. It's like the Waltons on Discord when we all say goodbye, when we're all saying goodnight on everything on Discord. Anyway, y'all take care, and we'll see y'all later.